Going on to all of my cancers, you have the Magician, the Queen of Wands, the Temperance. I already did this video, but it is what it is. The Two of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, the Tower, and the Empress. So this is for you Cancer crabs, all right? So for you Cancers, right, you have the Magician, the Queen of Wands, and the Temperance. Okay, so what I'm seeing that's either currently happening for you or is going to happen, I want to say within the next couple of days to about a week, is you have the Magician and the Queen of Wands, which is you, and it's about how you know more than what it is that you did about dating at a few weeks ago. You know, I got a lot of new subscribers. I want a lot more, but a lot being here on this channel, y'all know a lot more about dating, real things about dating, really actually giving up the secrets that so many people play hush hush about. And you know more accurately how to date. The Temperance represents, and you already have some sort of intrigue when it comes to other people. Other people do see you as being attractive. But see, now, even when it comes to people who even may be playing games, you're even more attractive regardless on a wider scale because of the fact that you actually know what you're doing. See, most people don't even know what it is that they're doing really when it comes to dating. That's why things end up being situationships, ends up being situationships because of the fact that most people don't know what it is that they're doing, right? A lot of people when it comes to dating, they just have this situation where you see, they meet somebody and they're like, "Hey, do you want to hang out?" And then the two of them end up, doing what they do, and then it's like, what are we? It's like, no, you actually have some sort of plan. You're going to hang out with this person and then you're going to sit back, see what type of time they on, see if they invite you out to anything, really ask them questions, hang around them, right? For some days, you know, vanish for a little bit, 2, 3 days, right? Talk while I go handle my own business, right? Talk to them, see where their mind is, see if they even missed me. You understand what I'm saying? And I mean, and the thing about it is you'll get the idea that someone is missing you based upon just how it is that they want to see you. You won't have to actually ask like, "Oh, did you miss me?" type stuff. You'll know. I mean, you could do that if that's what it is that you want, but you'll know someone wants to talk to you because they're like, "Hey, what are you doing right now?" You know, they'll text you, "Hey, what are you doing right now? What are you doing later? Come holla at me. Let's see what's going on. Let's hang out right now." And the things that the Two of Cups and the Ten of Swords are about. So now that you know better, you know exactly what it is that you are watching out for. So the Ten of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles represents now when it comes to meeting other people and dating other people, they got to come on strong. And what I mean by that is they got to come correctly. If depending on what type of relationship you want, like if you're the type of Cancers that want, just purely physical, then obviously the person doesn't need to match all of these, credentials. They don't need to check all of these different boxes because, and see, a lot of times people end up getting messed up when it comes to even that, right? They'll cook, they'll clean. No, when it comes to things like someone that you're only getting to know physically and that's it, you don't do any of that type of stuff. When you start doing that, finding yourself around the house cooking and cleaning and fixing up the place and stuff like this. Nope, that's a dub. That idea is a dub. Nope, don't do that. Why? Because you want to be in a relationship now when it wasn't supposed to be about being in a relationship. It's about purely physical. So you getting things mixed match. You getting it crossed all over the place. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. If you want to be in a relationship, You either let the person know or you move on to somebody else entirely, or let the person know that this is what it is that you want and listen to what it is that they have to say. You understand? So the Five of Wands now represents, and when people decide not to um, come correct, right, based off of what it is that you want, you Cancer crabs are just gonna dub them like nah, because obviously they don't match with what it is that you want. So the two of you are not on the same page. If you're finding value within this reading, then it means it's time for you to come get a personal reading from me. Go ahead in the comment section, click on the Linktree link, and you'll find the directory to get private readings, clothing, link to my Instagram page, my books that are on Amazon, as well as my YouTube and my email address. With right, so um, the YouTube link will lead you right back here. Thanks. But the Tower and the Empress, right? The Tower and the Empress is about like how can I say this in English, or how can I say this in a way that everyone can understand and it's not just in my own head? Uh, right. The Tower and the Empress represents the the physical enjoyment is not enough for a lot of you Cancers. You actually want something serious. We all know Cancer. We all know that you're a lover and a fighter. We all know that. We all know that you're both of those things. All right. And as I say to a lot of people, they can have those things, but they have to learn to get out of their own way. So it's the same situation for you Cancer crabs. Ultimately, the only thing that's blocking you is really ultimately you, because the one thing that I would say that you're doing incorrect is you spend too much time hanging out with people who don't necessarily have your best interest in mind. And you're slowly but surely learning to come around when it comes to not allowing individuals to waste your time. But at the same time, a lot of you need to understand that what you've got going on, if you really want to be in a serious relationship, you gotta a lot of it is really also about time too. That's why I talk about time so much, because a lot of it is also about time as well, right? Like if for instance, if you only have 60, 70 years to live, and I'm not saying that, I'm giving you an example. If you only have 60, 70 years to live, and you spent so much of it, you know 10, 20 years of your life in bad relationships, how much time is left? You understand what I'm saying? 50 years. So, and then the dating process. So a lot of times people have this fear of, or this anxiety about, what if I make the transition and I make the transition and I never know about love. Well, in order for you to know about the love that you want, Cancer crabs, you have to stop wasting your time TikTok with people that don't have your best interest in mind and who don't want that with you. So when you've made a decision to leave, and when you've determined for yourself, right? When you've made it clear to yourself and this other person has made it clear to you, right? Based upon your own ability to understand that they are not good for you, it's time for you to bounce. It's time for you to move forward with this. Because the more time you spend hanging out with them is the less time you actually have to get yourselves into a relationship that works for you. So, um, getting all kind of notifications on my phone. But so to clarify, the the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, the Emperor, the Moon. So, like I said before, the Ten of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, the Emperor, and the Moon is about how a lot of you Cancer crabs, too. One thing that a lot of you Cancer crabs also has to take into consideration, right, is that a lot of you have to take into consideration that what you've got going on is the Ten of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. You know, if if you've been through the spheres of the Kabbalah or the clip off, right? You have essentially become the perfected person, right? Physically is concerned and spiritually. You've become perfected in that regard. Now, what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say, right? So what I'm trying to say is this, right? To clarify the Knight of Pentacles. Simply put, you Cancer crabs are on a whole new level of understanding, and that you need to actually act like that. See, a lot of times the part of the reason why it is too that you haven't necessarily met someone is because of the doubt that you're that good. And a lot of and that's something that I struggled with too myself. A lot of people call me ugly. Listen, a lot of people done extreme things to show and to prove that I am not wanted. Let's just say that. You know what I mean? To simplify, because I don't want to get into too much details. But one of the things, based upon reviewing it, right, that I realized is that's not true. And it's the same thing for you Cancer crabs. So in the interim, I had to learn how to actually love the fact that people are giving me love. And when someone isn't going to do that and they're going to make it difficult, learn to walk away from those people, because even though they like you and they secretly in love with you, right, at the same time those people are broken, so you can't fix them at all. They have to learn to fix themselves, and that's the situation that you're in, right? A lot of you Cancer crabs may be blaming yourselves for a lot of things that may not necessarily even have anything to do with you, because that's what it is. A lot of times people in the dating pool dump a lot of their insecurities and their dysfunctions. Like I said, they spread their dysfunctions. And the thing is that the Emperor and the Moon is right around now. You should be pulling away or ripping away all of the distractions that don't cause any kind of growth to you. So any of the fake friends that a lot of you Cancer crabs, because Cancer crabs have a lot of fake friends. I grew up around cancers, right? And the thing about Cancer crab is a lot of times the Cancer crabs has to create their own family. They have to create their own family. A lot of times, I'm not saying all the time, but a lot of the times, the family that they may have grown up with genetically may not even be the family that they were supposed to hang out with. Now, again, I'm not saying each and every single time. So I don't want somebody in my comment section talking about I'm saying that Cancer crabs don't have a good relationship with their family. No, I know a lot of people who have a lot of Cancer crabs who have a great relationship with their family. But what I am trying to say is that Cancer crabs often have to branch out and create their own families as well, whether it is genetically or whether it is an extension of, meaning through romance, and then the person's family members, siblings, parents, stuff like this, accept them into the family and accept it for what it is, and nobody necessarily has a problem with it. So, right? This is where it is that you get Dominic Toretto, right, from the Fast and the Furious, right? Vin Diesel is a Cancer crab, creating the family, right? This is where you get Michelle Rodriguez, who is also a Cancer crab, creating that family, right? The father and the mother and right, everybody else that's learning from them in the group are kind of symbolically their family members, right? So both of those people are Cancer crabs, by the way. If you don't believe me, look up their birthdays. Trust me. So let's clarify the Empress. So let's make things more clear than what they actually are. This is the premise of some of the things that you should be looking for. So you Cancer crabs have a homework assignment. Keep your eyes open when you're out here trying to get to know people. If they act right, the Empress, if they actually want to get to know you, or if they just want to get some sort of finances from you, or if they want to, because a lot of cancer crab women, a lot of cancer crab people are fine, gorgeous. Anyway, we're not even gonna get into it. So to clarify the Empress, we have the Strength, the Justice, the Hanged Man, and the Chariot. The chariot represents you, Cancer Crab. So you did show up in your reading a little bit late, but you showed up nonetheless, right? So this is about, again, fully submerging yourself in the experience and learning from that experience. The Empress represents you're not in the mood for individuals who just want to come in and get that money or the attention or the only the intimacy from you, right? The Strength, the Justice, the Hangman, and the Chariot represents this being a situation where the strength is the strength is about the Strength and the Justice represents now that you move like this, because it was all fun and games when you wasn't moving like this. Now that you Cancer Crabs are a little bit more serious, because Cancer Crab is a zodiac sign that can have a lot of fun in their life. But the Strength and the Justice represents, see what happens when you start putting up some boundaries, some real standards, that you're not just going to let people come in and do damage into your life. These people actually need to have some sort of profound relationship with you, some sort of serious, profound relationship. You're going to start to see how many people are real and how many people are fake. Because the people who ain't built for it, they're going to want to leave as fast as possible. And the Hangman and the Chariot represents, and all you need to do is watch the people who scapegoat you. Watch out for, regardless of who it is, right? Regardless of whom you're trying to get to know romantically, those people who scapegoat you and disappear, ghost you, and all this stuff. Those are the people who obviously are not part of your family in that regard. But that's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Remember, please hit that like button, and watching the video. Also, rewind the video a few seconds or a minute. Watch it again, right? Put it in, put it in rotation. All of that. I really appreciate y'all. This will really run the numbers up. Really help me expand and grow. And like I said before, the more I expand and grow is the more I'll help y'all to expand and grow with my knowledge base, right? I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers by the end of June 2023 this year. Smash that. Wait, hold on. Let me go back. We have, we have 4,340 subscribers who joined the army, who joined us. You understand what I'm saying? Who joined this empire. Please smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, and set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my video.